As a blind runner, one of the drawbacks is that when I can't find a guide runner, I have to do a lot of my training on the treadmill. And this week is a prime example of that, with most of my workouts, if not all, being done on the treadmill. Monday was a 12k easy run on the treadmill. It's taper week. It went well. The pain in my shins were still there, as well as on the back of my left leg. But I was fine before a race. You have that paranoia that things are going wrong and everything will ache, and it's all fine. On Tuesday, it's a speed session. It was 3 minutes at 5k pace, 5 lots with 90 seconds jogging recovery in between. I felt good. I always enjoy speed sessions. They're the ones that make me feel at my best, and it went well, and it's a good sign for the race this week. Does anyone else hate these caps that stick on? It's so frustrating. Anyway, Wednesday was a 10k easy run, which felt really easy-ish. Most Wednesdays are a 16k longer run. But again, it was on the treadmill and it was just so boring. And I was doing all these mental tricks and games to make it more interesting, and yeah, just couldn't. The treadmill really builds your mental endurance and stamina, I think, and I was very glad to get it done. Thursday, as always, was a rest day, and that leaves Friday, which is today, where I did just over 5k easy run with 5 lots of strides in there. It went well, other than on the strides I was going 19, 20k an hour, and it really did hurt my shins. I don't know what the issue is, so I'm going to use some ibuprofen gel and maybe use the massage gun and see if that helps. But yeah, it's felt like a really easy week, as it should be, because it's taper week with the race on Sunday. But I feel rested. I haven't eaten as much as I would have liked, but given there's still 1.5 days till race day, I'll get my food game on. Lots of pasta and some pizza, and I might even take an energy drink just to increase those carbs. And yeah, that's the week of training and taper before race day on Sunday. So this is the kit for my race day tomorrow. For the shoes, I've got the Saucony Endorphin 4s, Pro 4s. And then it's going to be 2 degrees. So I'm not sure whether to go with the bright orange with the long sleeves or go for the more cool looking Adidas All Out. So when I wake up in the morning, I might just test it out and see what to go for. But these are the choices. So fueling for the race tomorrow, I'm going to take one of these chews just before, and then have 2 so fueling for the race tomorrow, I'm going to take one of these chews just before the race, and then I've got 2 gels for the race, and I'll keep a small water bottle with me with a couple of scoops of this mix. I probably won't take all of it. I always carry more than I need. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I do need to practice more of my fueling during a run, so this is just experimental. Not in the fact that I haven't tried them before. All of this has been tried and tested, just the amount for the duration of the time, because in fact a half marathon doesn't last long enough that you need lots of fueling. But it will just be good to prepare myself to have a lot of carbs in a short amount of time in preparation for the marathon. Race day. Started off early. Decided to go with the orange kit because it was going to be 0 to 1 degrees, and I thought warmth is better than fashion. But I think it still sort of worked. Had a coffee on the way there, which is never good. Caffeine and gels never seem to sit well in my stomach, and I should have learnt this by now, but I seem to still make the same mistakes. Not that it's an issue during the race, but the rest of the day is uncomfortable. My guide Ben was brilliant as always. It's an interesting course. It's like an out and back 4 times at Dorney Lakes, and there's some really sharp turns where you have to really slow down. Not that that was a problem. The race did not go as well as I wanted. This was supposed to be a test run for marathon, see how well my training had come, and it just fell apart. Shin splints started within a couple of 100 meters of starting, and it was so painful that I considered dropping out at several points. And it took until about 12k in for them to sort of dissipate, and even then I was just too nervous to go any faster, because yeah, the pain was actually the worst that I felt. So I think I'm gonna need to do some calf exercises. But yeah, still got a PB, a very small PB, so that's something. It was good race practice, but I was very, very disappointed because training had been going so well, despite feeling the pain. I'd sort of managed to be okay with it, and sometimes I don't have it at all. But yeah, you live and you learn. It's what keeps us in the game, those successes and those failures. And I've learned a lot, i.e., to take my pain more seriously, and to do some strengthening of the calves. And hopefully that'll help. And the good thing is there is still plenty of time before London, so lots of time to get the training down and in, and to sort out those shins and calves. So I'm feeling positive. I was obviously disappointed yesterday. It's the only sport where you can do better, get a PB, and still be disappointed. But that's just the way it is. And it will hopefully be onwards and upwards from here.